What is going on, guys? Bengal again here, coming back at you with another video today. Rebuilding the Carolina Panthers. They got the Lions in Week 11, which, did Week 11 not just happen? Am I mistaken here? The Panthers beat the Lions 20-0. Lions suck. But the Panthers also are not the greatest. They are 4-7 right now. And they're in a weird situation where they're not sure if Teddy Bridgewater is their quarterback of the future. They're getting back to full strength in terms of health. Like, Christian McCaffrey is due back, like, any week now, right? Is that true? He's unlikely to play against the Vikings. However, I'm sure he's going to be back for week 13 or 14. But in this rebuild, we don't really have to worry too much about injuries. This is a realistic rebuild, so we're going to be making realistic moves. What that means is not, I'm only going to do exactly what the Panthers would do in real life. No, it's, I'm taking over this team. I'm the new GM. However, yep, I'm going to be making realistic moves. So I'm not going to do anything too ridiculous. No, like, crazy trades. I'm not going to trade Christian McCaffrey for Julio Jones or something crazy like that. But we might trade some aging players for picks. We're going to move around. We're going to make this team fantastic. That's the goal. Make a great team. Hopefully they perform well in simulation. The Panthers sometimes perform quite well in simulation, but let's go ahead and break down this roster. If you guys are new here, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. On the path to 250K. It's crazy, but the support has been crazy. It's free to subscribe. You guys have been so awesome. So hit that subscribe button. It means so much to me. You can always unsubscribe later, but por favor, no. Please don't. We're rebuilding the Panthers. Let's jump into it. Another thing before we go over to the roster is a great part about the realistic rebuilds is that we use an actual draft class. Of course, I assume if you're on PS4/PS5, because many of you might be watching this when the PS5 is out, you might have the PS5. Maybe you got one for Christmas. Maybe you ended up being able to pre-order / purchase yourself one. You have one, whatever the case might be. This is going to be on PS4 and PS5. The new game is coming out December, like, 4th-ish, maybe? Something like that. And the class will be on there. But for the realistic rebuilds, we use a real draft class. You can download this. It's PS only. And we'll look at quarterbacks, because that is a position we might look to target if we were the Carolina Panthers. And we are, because it's a Carolina Panthers realistic rebuild. If we look at the team, let's go ahead and load everybody in here. It is an interesting one with some free agents coming up. You look at Taylor Moton. And the offensive line isn't great. Like Matt Paradis, but outside of that, there's not too much there. 3 replacement level players and an impending free agent who I certainly will bring back. And there's not much there at tight end either. This is a team that maybe could be in the position to take, I don't know, Pat Freiermuth in the second round, Brevin Jordan in the second round. Hell, maybe even Kyle Pitts, depending on where they end up, whether it be near the top 10 or what have you. But at left guard, Daly, I'm not even sure who this is. Dennis Daly out of South Carolina. Not familiar with him. Michael Schofield, not tremendously good. Hasn't really ever been. And then Russell Okung, far from his best days. However, if you look at receiver, Robbie Anderson has been tremendous this year. Jets didn't want to re-sign him. He's famous for saying that he would nut in the eye of a cop's wife. Legendary quote. And he's a deep threat. That's really all he is. He runs a few routes, and they all kind of go straight up the field. He's a deep threat. That's what he was for the Jets. Has evolved a little bit more since then, but that's really his best attribute, is getting deep and catching bombs over the top. DJ Moore, I think, is the best overall receiver on this team, despite not having the highest overall. I think DJ Moore is incredible. I really, really like him. Madden thinks he needs to develop more as a route runner, but I'm a huge fan of DJ Moore. And then you have Curtis Samuel, who is a hybrid running back / slot receiver. I know he's more of a receiver now. He did kind of both out of Ohio State. Really, really fun player. It's a fun receiving core. It's a good group. Christian McCaffrey, arguably the best running back in the league, of course, has kind of been disrespected a little bit because guys are saying, oh, maybe it's Dalvin Cook, maybe it's Derrick Henry. Just because Christian McCaffrey got injured, he was putting up crazy numbers. He's one of the best receivers in the league out of the backfield. Probably the best, actually, by like a wide margin. Kamara's so good, too, that it's tough to give him that like very easily, but I think I probably would. He's incredible out of the backfield. I think he could be a slot receiver in the NFL, and he'd be probably the best one. Think of like an upgraded on steroids Julian Edelman, and that could be Christian McCaffrey. Mike Davis has played well in his absence. And then, of course, you have the potential QB of the future, Teddy Bridgewater. He's only 27 years old, but also, like, he's not that good. In game, at least. 85 throw power is not good. He's got generally pretty good accuracy, but nothing crazy here. And his contract is an interesting one. If you go ahead and take a look at it in real life, they can cut him, and it's really, like, not too much money. Not sure exactly that it works out in Madden, but at least in real life, the Panthers pretty much, after 2 years, could cut him for nothing. They'd be totally fine. I don't know if he's our guy. I'm going to say at 27 years of age, probably not, as regression hits 28, 29 for quarterbacks. On the defensive side of the ball, I think most of us who are fans of the channel know how in love I am with Brian Burns. I think this guy is incredible. He was one of my favorite players in the draft in 2018, or 2019, excuse me. He was so good. I wanted the Giants to get him so badly, and of course they went with Daniel Jones at 6, and then he went, I think, 1 pick before the Giants at 16, and they took Dexter Lawrence at 17. This is not a Giants video. I am a Giants fan, but this is just talk about Brian Burns. He was so sick at Florida State, and I don't even think he's necessarily only a defensive end. I think in a 3-4 he could play off the ball and do so extremely well. Amazing athlete, amazing player. I think Brian Burns is trending towards one of the top edge rushers in the NFL. Derek Brown's looked really good. K1 Short is getting older. Georgios Matos is actually a pretty high overall already for a rookie, 75 overall. So we do have something to work with there. And we haven't even talked about Jeremy Chin, the best rookie on this team so far. I think you'd give him that over Derek Brown. He's been amazing. He's been more of a linebacker than a safety, so I am going to move him to linebacker. I think he is our linebacker of the future, whether that be on the inside or on the outside. I think I'll put him at middle linebacker just for now, and we'll develop him in that way, because we don't really need him to play free safety. We have Trey Boston there for right now. Yeah, Justin Burris is our strong safety. That's terrible. He's actually a former cornerback for the Jets. Not good. But it's better than starting to hear Whitehead at middle linebacker. We'll draft a safety. Shaq Thompson's in there. Julian Stanford. I mean, there's not a whole lot to love on defense, but there are some players who we know we can develop and who will be amazing. I think this defense can be probably the best part of this team. I don't think this is going to be too tough of a rebuild. Like, we have a lot to work with, in my opinion. It's just like filling in some gaps. It's really tight end, maybe quarterback. Offensive line is going to be easy. And then on defense, it's a linebacker, it's a safety, and it's probably cornerback. Dante Jackson's cool, but outside of that, not much. Rasul Douglas, Troy Pride, Corn Elder. They got some interesting names in the secondary, man. Corn Elder and Troy Pride Jr. Is this Sean Thomas Oliver? Stantley. Oh, yeah. How did I not know that? Sean Thomas Oliver sounds like a child actor. Stephen Weatherly's in here. Zach Kerr. Oh, dude, Brandon Rhule. I used to love him on the Trailblazers. But, yeah, let's go ahead. I loaded in the draft class. I'm going to turn on auto scouting, and I will see you guys for the playoffs. We did not make the playoffs. Not a super big surprise. But what is a big surprise is that we lost out. So the Panthers, who are 4-7 in real life, of course, the game against the Lions didn't register because of where we are, like, actually in the season. Hasn't updated yet, but lost out. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. That is not good. 3-13. Well, I mean, it is good because we get a really high pick now. Teddy Bridgewater was okay. Of course, you got to factor in that a lot of these are real life numbers, so they're going to be a little bit odd. I can't really throw too much stock in the playbook. Robbie Anderson, 98 catches for 1,152 yards. However, only 2 touchdowns. How many touchdowns does Robbie Anderson have in real life? 1 in 11 games. But he's had 3 games, almost 4 games with over 100 yards, 99 yards for one of them. He's played great, but it just hasn't really found the end zone. DJ Moore had a very good season. Curtis Samuel was okay. Mike Davis was pretty good. See his numbers. Average about 4 yards per carry. It's not great. You want it to be a little higher. Jeremy Chin, a pick, 2 sacks, tackle for loss, 122 tackles of the team. Shaq Thompson had a lot of tackles as well. And then Brian Burns led with 7 sacks, although that's nothing too crazy. Dante Jackson with 3. Led the team for interceptions. Kyler Murray wins MVP. Oh my. No Panthers in there as far as I could tell. NFC Offensive Player of the Year, Kyler Murray. No Panthers. Defensive Player of the Year, Eric Kendricks. What else do we have? A couple bucks in there. Actually, a few bucks. Offensive Rookie of the Year, DeAndre Swift. No Panthers. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Jeremy Chin finishes at second. No other Panthers. So, kind of a weird season for this team. But this is where the rebuild starts, man. We're in the offseason. Things should start to pick up. As we got to bring back Taylor Moton. I should have negotiated with him earlier. Curtis Samuel here as well. I want both those guys back. Rhule Douglas, I wouldn't even mind on like a 2-year contract. And Joey Sly, I'd like back as well. You can't teach 99 kick power. But maybe I'll let him go to free agency and get him for cheaper. But Moton and Samuel absolutely have to come back. I'm fine giving Taylor Moton a big contract because he is very, very good. Do not want him to slip into free agency. And he returns long-term. 5-year deal for him. And then Curtis Samuel's actually way more expensive than I would want to pay for his services. So I'm going to let him walk with the intention of bringing him back. You guys just got to understand, I can't pay. What does he want here? He wants $30 million over 3 years, pretty much. I can't pay that for my third receiver. Just can't happen. And then Rhule Douglas, he's too expensive as well. I mean, I would give him that contract, and he's not going to take that, clearly. And then Joey Sly is going to want some pretty good money as well. But if I stretch that out over, I just sound Canadian. If I stretch that out over 7 years, actually isn't too bad. He's going to test free agency, so not going to franchise tag him. We'll just bring him back in free agency. I want Sly back. Why not? But let's pop in a free agency here, see who is available. It's nice to not have to sign Brian Burns now because he's already on the team. Trent Williams is here. Kenny Golladay is here. That's interesting. I think that Juju Smith-Schuster might be a better fit for the team. He's only 24 years old, younger than Curtis Samuel, and we might be able to get him for real cheap. Now, I know I just said I couldn't pay that much to Curtis Samuel. Juju Smith-Schuster is not only younger, but he's a higher overall. Smith-Schuster would be a big pickup, a.k.a. formerly known as John Smith during his USC recruitment. 53 total points. That'd be a snipe on Juju. I'd be so down for that. Desmond King would be a pretty good pickup. Gronk's in there. I do want to scroll down a little bit. Dude, look at Antonio Brown. That would be a very interesting pickup. And I feel like he should be a higher overall still. It's not like he became a tremendously worse route runner, right? He's just crazy. I don't like Antonio Brown, but I mean, he's still a tremendously good route runner. So I think they're just like putting his overall down so he's not as good as he probably should be because he hasn't been playing. We're going to try and offer Curtis Samuel like a really bad contract for him. That'd be a good contract for us. This is not a ton of money. 31.9, but it's over 5 years this time. So that does change things for sure. So we need tight end. We have Greg Little. I forgot the Panthers drafted him. Kalichi Osemele's here. No real interest there. I'm cool with Matt Paradis for now. J.R. Sweezy, no. Quentin Spain plays right tackle now. No idea that happened. Gerald Everett. Could be good for about 2 years. I don't really want to pay him that much, but this isn't a ton of money. 81 total points. I'm not giving him much more than that. I just can't. Is there anyone else in here I might want? I don't think so. We're going after a few wide receivers here. Good receiver class, to be honest. I might even end up drafting one. And then on defense, I think we have our defensive ends. I think they're fine. Derek Brown has superstar development, but we need defensive tackle. I'd be fine to draft one. Left outside linebacker. Shaq Thompson went up to superstar. Jeremy Chin has superstar. Linebackers are looking pretty good. Jeremy Chin is exceptional. At cornerback, Desmond King, I would give a 3-year deal. I could even up that to 4, actually. He'll develop for the next 2 years. So he should get into the 90s. I would give him 61 over 4. Pretty big contract. I'm going to take that down just a little bit. We might not get him, but I won't be pressed if we don't. And then I think as much as safety is a need for us right now, don't really care to upgrade that in free agency. I'll probably just wait for the draft, and then we need to bring back Joey Sly, who is only 25 years old, has no offers, 7-year deal. This is pretty much what he was going to get anyway. And I'm sure he's going to be super interested in that. Now, he didn't re-sign for that money, but he's certainly going to take less in free agency. I mean, this is a super cheap deal. He wants nothing. Is Joey Sly the go-to pickup in free agency now for kickers? Super, super, super cheap. 99 kick power. Super young. I'm in on that. Now, big wins in free agency. We got Desmond King. Didn't care about Gerald Everett. We got Joey Sly. Desmond King's a nice one. But for the rest of the guys in free agency, we have competition. We have competition now. Who do I want more? Anderson's 28. I think I'm going to withdraw on Curtis Samuel and go in on Juju. He'll eventually be a much higher overall. I mean, he's unreal. I got to get Juju. He's an 87 overall at 24 years old. I have to compete with the Jags. It's going to be actually super expensive. 90 mil over 5. I don't want to give him more than that. If he doesn't sign, that's fine. It's a lot of money to pay a receiver. We can just draft one. He rejects. I'm fine with that. I really am. It was just too much. DJ Moore will pick up his 5th-year option. That's going to be expensive. These things are super expensive. And I need to manage our money. Teddy Bridgewater is eating up a lot of it right now. That could be someone I look to trade. I want to see what we have. What's going to eat us up in 2022? It's Bridgewater. It's Bridgewater in 2021. It's Shaq Thompson. Ooh, no. I do not like that contract. Trey Boston's fine. Greg Little is fine. Okay. So it's really just Teddy Bridgewater and Shaq Thompson. Maybe I should have offered more on Juju. I think for this season, I'm just going to bring in Antonio Brown. 1-year deal. You pretty much have no choice but to accept. And he'll probably pull some shenanigans like he did on the Raiders and show up for training camp, throw a fit, and then quit. We signed him, though. Antonio Brown is now in Carolina. Oh, he's such a head case. We're going to lose games now because of the locker room chemistry. Dude, I used to get that comment. I'm like, that isn't in Madden. I don't know what to tell you. We pick at number 3 in the draft. You almost think we have to go quarterback here. The Jets pick at number 1 overall. They go Trevor Lawrence. It's the right pick. The Jags probably should go Justin Fields at 2, and they do. Top 2 quarterbacks off the board. Panthers on the clock at number 3. We could go Trey Lance. We could go Zach Wilson. We could go another player entirely. We go cornerback. We go linebacker. Micah Parsons would be a great addition to this team. Linebacking core set. Kyle Pitts would be a great addition to this team. Christian Darrisaw would be a great addition to this team. Sam Cosmi. Wyatt Davis. I think I'm going to trade down. Trading down is boring to a lot of you guys. I don't know why. We save money, could still get the player we want, and get more picks. It's boring. Yeah, you're right. Okay, big trade. We are moving down from 3 to number 8. We're also picking up number 17 in the process and number 81, trading number 99 and a 3rd-round pick next year. I think this is a great trade for us. We're only moving down 5 spots, picking up another 1st-round pick. I don't really care who goes. I'm more comfortable making a decision down at number 8. Jags. Dolphins go Penei Sewell. They get their left tackle of the future. Could have been a pick for us. Trey Lance goes to the Giants. Bengals take Gregory Rousseau at number 5. Chargers, Jamar Chase. Really? So, not only do they have Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, they give Justin Herbert Jamar Chase to work with. Eagles go Patrick Surtain. And here we are at number 8. Good quarterback still on the board. However, I think I'm going to go tight end here. I like... Ooh, hold on. Wait. Do I take a quarterback? We really could go anyone. It could be Caleb Farley, Kyle Pitts, Christian Darrisaw. Will they be available at 17? They might be. I don't think we can go wide receiver here. At all. I think it's got to be Micah Parsons. But does it? I'm so sorry. I usually make this decision a lot quicker. But the last couple of videos, I've been really in between. There's some really, really good players available. You know, I think I'm going Caleb Farley, actually. Too good of a player to pass up at this range. He is number 8 in the draft. We took him at number 8. Star better development. 93 speed, 78 man. Zone could be higher. He looks so great for Virginia Tech. He was awesome last year. Really, really fluid. I talked about him before. Played wide receiver coming into Virginia Tech. They transitioned him into cornerback. So he's still fairly new to the position and is still so fluid, so clean. Really, really good corner prospect. And I think he improves our secondary a lot. Broncos at number 9 go Micah Parsons. I was fine with that. Basically, the way I made that decision is that we are, with Jeremy Chin being listed at linebacker, we're okay to stick with what we have for right now and upgrade cornerback. Desmond King, I'm going to move back to strong safety, which is what he was actually listed at in Madden already. But look at him, man. 88 speed, 89 zone, decent tackling, decent block shedding. He has safety written all over him based on his abilities, so we are going to move him back there. Now we have 2 really solid cornerbacks in Dante Jackson and Caleb Farley, and we can address some other positions. I was very close to taking Kyle Pitts. I was close to taking Zach Wilson. It'll be interesting to see who makes it to 17. Darius Saw to the Falcons. Zach Wilson goes to Washington football team. The Niners take Sam Cosmi. Bears go Kyle Pitts. Another tight end. Don't you have enough? Lions go Dylan Moses. The Vikings go Wyatt Davis, like I've had in every single mock draft I've released so far this year. And then the Patriots go Jordan Davis. They do love their defensive tackles. Here we are at number 17. Jalen Waddle is forever tempting. Creed Humphrey's tempting. Now, if I take a linebacker here, are people going to be frustrated because I passed on Micah Parsons? Waddle's so tempting. I hate how it does NA instead of like the actual school. It resets. He's clearly Alabama, just as is Devonte Smith. And I'll tell you what I do know is that another one who's Alabama is NA. I'll tell you what I do know is how unreal Jalen Waddle is in my draft class. You know, I'm going to. And I'm not going to feel bad about it. Jalen Waddle to Carolina. We got 2 first-round picks. He's number 9 in the class. Took him at 17. He's just way too good. 96 speed, 98 acceleration, 80 deep route running, good spectacular catch. A lot of people think Jalen Waddle's just speed. They haven't watched him play, clearly, because even though he is an unreal amount of speed, his change of direction's crazy. He can stop and go on a dime. His acceleration's like near the top in all of collegiate and probably near professional football. Like, he gets from his top, or from his, you know, stopped to top speed in no time at all. But he can also go down the field and high point the football. I think Waddle is a stud prospect, and I couldn't pass him up at 17. There was no way. Panthers now at number 3. Joseph Osai is interesting. He's more of an edge rusher than an outside linebacker in a 4-3. However, if I move Yeturgros Matos inside, Joseph Osai outside linebacker, Brian Burns outside linebacker, Derek Brown at the nose, K1 Short could be a 3-4 defensive end. We might have something there. Joseph Osai is definitely on the table. Wouldn't take a running back here. Trey Smith is tempting. Don't know a ton about the other players in terms of true draft grade. Because you got to remember, I don't see these overalls all the time. Even though I made it, a lot of them I haven't updated in a minute. Could go Kyle Trask. I'm going to. Kyle Trask, 73 overall, number 38 in the draft. Took him at 35. Only normal development. He's been amazing for the Gators so far this year. His arm probably is even a little too high in this class. Should be probably like a 91. But he's got a really decent arm. And more than that, he's accurate. Great touch. Reads defenses really well. It's a big reason why he keeps breaking SEC passing records. He's been crazy good. And he might end up being our QB1. We'll have to see what we do with Teddy Bridgewater, but I might start him this year. I mean, he's got a lot of great guys to work with. Brevin Jordan to the Jags, stays in Florida, although going up way farther north. Azeez Ojulari is available. He has to be AZ in the class because Azeez is not allowed for whatever reason. Really, really good player. Is that who I take here? Trayvon Moehrig could even be higher in the class. I do have some changes to make. Dude, I think I'm going to take Trayvon Moehrig, you know. Really solid player for the Horned Frogs, and might be for us. 69 overall, but star better development. Do I want to start him right away at safety? No, but I think he plays the nickel, and then we work him into that role. I think that's a pretty good goal as like an overhang defender. Chris Olave to the Patriots. That one is just something I could see happening in real life. Kadarius Toney would be an awesome replacement for Curtis Samuel. They're like the same player, but we got Jalen Waddle, so that's not really a huge need. Patrick Jones is available. I'm seeing so many good players, but I think there are a lot of really good players in this class, so it's kind of tough to distinguish exactly who goes where. I think offensive line could be something we take here. Walker Little, probably going to be the guy. Let's take him. I don't know where we're going to play him just yet. He's a 71 overall, number 60 in the class. Took him at 81, but he's got really high run blocking and pass blocking. What in the world? Like, super high. He might actually start right away. Walker Little and Greg Little. What a combo. Walker Little, probably good to stay in at left tackle. I might slide Greg Little over to play guard. What do we want here? I think we go... Do I have a tight end? I don't like the options. Don't like the options. Might just go top overall offensive guard available. Trey Hill to reach by 2 picks. I'm fine with it. Not really much of a pass blocker and has no run block finesse. But that should do it for the draft. Not too bad of an overall. Just not sure he's going to work in and play too much. We definitely got some really good players, though. Trading down was the move because we got 2 good players instead of 1. And now it's just about finding spots for these guys because we got a lot of versatility. Do I go with Trask? Do I go with Bridgewater? We have Antonio Brown. He's going to be my 4th receiver option. I'm playing Waddle over him. Greg Little is going to play left guard. He's a higher overall there. And I think Trey Hill maybe will play... Actually, let me just move Greg Little to right guard. It's the open spot right now, so just save the editing and just slide him over there. CPU drafted Joshua Ross out of Michigan. Star better development. Well, he is an easy start over Jermaine Carter, who's not super old, but younger. Star better development. It's an easy decision. And as I mentioned, I think I like Desmond King more at safety for right now. Trayvon Moehrig can be a backup at both safety positions, but I want him to be my nickel corner. That's what I want. So now the biggest decision actually comes down to Kyle Trask versus Teddy Bridgewater. What do I want to do? And I think we have to trade Teddy. Huge cap hit. I think Kyle Trask is the way moving forward. I think we have to trade Teddy Bridgewater. Might be the most unrealistic thing I do the entire video. Hopefully it is. Okay, Teddy Bridgewater and 2 4th-round picks, 1 this year, 1 next year. Gets me a first from Washington football team. That's their... I really did not mean to say this until I realized where I was going. He's a bridge quarterback to Zach Wilson, who they drafted. Yeah, I get his name is Bridgewater. Honestly, total accident. I swear to God, it really was. I didn't mean to reorder there. Jalen Waddle's playing over A.J. Brown, who is not on the team. He's in Tennessee. He's going to play over Antonio Brown. So easy to misspeak when I do this. Me speak. Where's that accent coming from? Brian Burns upgraded to an 86 overall. And I talked about potentially moving to a 3-4, but that's not going to happen because I didn't draft Joseph Osai. So I have to reorder some things. But Moehrig's going to be in the nickel. Just pretend he's playing over Troy Pride Jr. Got our linebackers nice and where they need to be. Waddle in the slot. So instead of Troy Pride Jr., it is going to be Trayvon Moehrig, and I will see you guys at the midseason mark. 2-5 at the midseason mark. Not great. Not great at all, but we should be able to see some development traits for these rookies. And Jalen Waddle is not revealed just yet. You got a pretty good idea what that's going to be. And then defensively, Ross is not revealed either, but I imagine that's star. Shaq Thompson's going to go up to an 81 overall. He's not going to stay pretty good for that long, or stay very good for that long. He's 27. I guess that's fine. He'll be able to develop a little bit more. But, oh, Caleb Farley, superstar dev. Trayvon Moehrig's only star, but he is developing pretty nicely. We're in a really good spot. I just, what do I need to do? Need to get a tight end. Need to change the playbook. I got to do Tennessee. Tennessee just works. Jalen Waddle's going to get targeted a lot in the slot, and he's really good, so why not? You guys like those rhymes? Robbie Anderson wants a new contract, but Robbie Anderson, you're 28 years old. Better watch your mouth. You want a 4-year deal? No way. No way. I'm going to just watch you regress every year of your contract. Cannot happen. We have money. I would give you a 2-year deal. $15 million a year. I would rather franchise tag him, honestly. I'm not giving him that contract at that age. Just not going to do it. Dante Jackson does deserve an extension, and he's really not expensive. $43 million over 5 years. That's easy for him. Matt Paradis, not great, honestly. I give him a 2-year deal. Worth just under 16. He wants more money. Might be able to do that. K'Wan Short, I'm looking to get rid of that contract. He's 32 years old, down to a 76 overall. And he is getting paid a ton. What does he want, though? This is not a bad contract. I would give him a 1-year deal. $5 million, he wants more money. I could probably give him more money. I'd be okay with that. But we will simulate to the playoffs. I have no interest in Antonio Brown, by the way, as if that wasn't blatantly obvious. That was just, we gave Antonio Brown money because we felt bad for him. It's like a donation to an insane asylum, because that dude is crazy. That boy is crazy. And we felt bad, so we paid him. But Jalen Waddle is going to be the guy moving forward. I doubt this is a playoff team. We just didn't win enough games up to the midseason mark. Okay, never mind. Made the wild card at 8-8. 3 teams in the NFC South ended up making the playoffs. And Kyle Trask broke the record for passing touchdowns by a rookie. Also threw for almost 4,000 yards. 31 touchdowns, only 10 picks. Christian McCaffrey was superb. Over 1,300 yards, averaging 5.6 yards per carry, 13 touchdowns. Receiving, he didn't really do too much, but it's tough to code that in. Ian Thomas played pretty well. Robbie Anderson played pretty well. But it was Jalen Waddle that stole the show with over 1,100 yards and 7 touchdowns. DJ Moore didn't do much. And then defensively, look at Jeremy Chin. Very similar numbers to last year. Was really good overall. Brian Burns had 14 tackles for loss, although only 4.5 sacks. 6.5 from K'Wan Short led the team. And then interceptions, 3 for Desmond King, 3 for the rookie Caleb Farley, 2 for Shaq Thompson, and Trayvon Moehrig in the nickel. Okay. Yearly awards. Ryan Tannehill wins MVP. Dak at number 2. Cam Newton, Tom Brady. No Panthers. But hopefully we get something for Offensive Player of the Year. Kyle Trask at 7, and he might even win Offensive Rookie of the Year. No quarterbacks really in the NFC, I hope. So we might be able to win it. Alec Ogletree really at 2 with the Packers. Are you out of your mind? No Panthers. And then Offensive Rookie of the Year is Kyle Trask. Trey Lance did go to the Giants. I forgot about that. Jalen Waddle at 4. Mohamed Ibrahim, backup running back at number 8. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Dylan Moses. Caleb Farley at 3. Trayvon Moehrig at 6. I think this went, fairly well for us. Need to change the defensive playbook. Probably going to end up going for Cincinnati. It's going to be very, very tough to beat the Saints. They're a really solid team. They're especially good in simulation. But I'm going to go Cincinnati here. It seems to just be what gets the job done more often than not. So we'll see if we can beat the Saints here in the wild card. Would be a big interdivisional upset to get to the divisional, and we do it. 29-28. I got to go to the schedule for this one. I need to. Wild card matchup. What happened in this game? 29-28 as we scored 10 in the fourth. Saints only came out, scored 7. It came down to the fourth quarter, and that's where we won it. Really great stuff there. Drew Brees, no picks. Kyle Trask arguably outplayed Drew Brees with more yards, but fewer touchdowns. He really didn't outplay him, both with only a long of 26. Drew Brees, more completions on more attempts. Had a higher passer rating, so whatever. Kamara and McCaffrey going at it. McCaffrey, 3.9 per carry. What's going on? Robbie Anderson, big deep threat. Josh Hill had a really good game. Touchdown for Ian Thomas, touchdown for Jalen Waddle. And then defensively, any sacks? Ooh, we got after it. Derek Brown with 1. K1 Short with 1. Zach Kerr had 1. Really, really close game. That would have been a fun one to watch as we approach another tough sim team. The 12-4 Cowboys in the divisional. Not a lot of players to upgrade there as Caleb Farley soars into the 80s. And we'll see if we have what it takes to advance the conference championship here in year 2. No, 33-27, another really close game. It just was not meant to be. As we advance to the offseason here in season 2, I think we're on a pretty good pace. That was a good season. As Robbie Anderson's here. Giants, Browns in the Super Bowl. No way. Anderson is regressing. He still wants big money. I'm still not wanting to pay him good money. I will franchise tag him. It's 1 year, 19 mil. It can be a tag and trade. Matt Paradis, I'm down to give him slightly more money. This is not crazy. He returns. Pilardi, good player. It's not that bad. He resigns. And then K1 Short's down to a 74, down to normal development from star. I just can't do it, K1. Really good player for the Panthers for a really long time. Probably one of the top 10 Panthers of all time. They haven't been around too long. So top 10's not insane to say. Waddle was superstar X Factor. DJ Moore up to an 88, Robbie Anderson down to an 86, and soon he's going to be the third highest rated player on this team at wide receiver. Kyle Trask would have been really nice for him to get star dev after winning Offensive Rookie of the Year. Seems like it was just not to be, but he's looking really, really good. Needed tight end still. And then defensively, Shaq Thompson up to superstar X Factor. Got Fearmonger, which isn't even something that works for him. I'm going to change him to Run Stuffer. No? Yeah. No, Zone Hawk. Maybe he'll get some picks. We'll see. Farley looking great. Love for Brian Burns to go up. But overall, it's looking like a pretty solid team. We still need to upgrade at safety. Mo Riggs is 73. We could move him to just the starting role. I'm not sure if Trey Boston's going to stick around forever at 30 years old. Probably good to go with Mo Rig right away. Still could use a linebacker, but I think we're going to focus on defensive tackle on defense and just offensive line in general on offense, including tight end, if you want to consider that an extension of the offensive line. Let's jump into free agency, see what players might be able to make this team a whole lot better. We have money, and Devonte Adams is here. Wow. No one wants him. Come to Carolina. I have to offer him. I have to offer Devonte Adams a contract. 5 years. He's Devonte Adams. He's a top 5 receiver in the league. Definitely even playing higher at this point. And he has no offers. What is it? 64 total points. If I could snipe Devonte Adams for that price, that would be huge. Didn't even change. I think I just offered him more money. Bonus down. Salary up slightly. Doesn't change it. Whatever. Mark Andrews is here. Got to bring in Mark Andrews. Big tight end. He would be an incredible upgrade over Ian Thomas. I will overpay the absolute hell out of Mark Andrews. He is 26 years old. He is very, very, very good. And tight end is a big part of this, well, I say Carolina offense. It's the Tennessee playbook. It's a big part of the Tennessee playbook. The tight end gets pretty involved. So I'm going to give Mark Andrews pretty much whatever he wants. He needs to come and play for us. Justin Reed would be a huge upgrade as well. This is a really good free agent class. Rashaan Evans is here. Hello, right outside linebacker of the future. Man, am I about to just sign everybody here? These are just like really, really good players that are not that expensive. We have to consider all of our options, and these are really good options. Zach Ertz is there. What do we have on the offensive line? I mean, I just skipped over Orlando Brown Jr. He's been moved to left tackle with the injury to Ronnie Stanley, which happened a while ago at this point. Right guard, DeCastro would be big for a year or two. Do I really just want to bring in every free agent? He doesn't even look like he's getting offered that much. 2 years, 102 total points. I know this would be a massive free agent class. I think we could pull it off. We're just signing all the top guys, hopefully. Didn't get Mark Andrews. That sucks. Didn't get David DeCastro, but did get Devonte Adams and Rashaan Evans. So arguably we got 2 players at positions we didn't necessarily need and didn't get players at positions we do need. Now, I know that seems like an odd move. Robbie Anderson is not going to be here forever. He is franchise tagged. It's going to be a tag and trade. Just what's going to happen. Devonte Adams is a 99 overall. Superstar X Factor. Does everything really well. Look at the 98 plus attributes. And you have catching traffic, short route running, medium route running, deep route running, spectacular catch, release. He has 7 attributes at 98 or higher. Kind of can't pass that up. And we'll trade Robbie Anderson. I know we need tight end. Might draft one. And then I know it's like, why did you get Rashaan Evans? But he's only 26. He will be a higher overall at outside linebacker. Again, I just felt like he was too good to pass up. He'll probably be an 87 overall outside linebacker. That really isn't even too expensive. We could very easily transition into a 3-4 if we wanted to. The versatility that Rashaan Evans adds is wild. I know we need defensive tackle. I understand these things, but we had to go after those players. We had to. I felt like they were just too cheap. No negotiations right now, but I'm going to look for more help. Laken Tomlinson, I think, would be a really good addition for us, honestly. No one wants him. He's 30, which really isn't even too old for an offensive lineman. And we can bring the money down. 82 total points. Should be able to sign him pretty easily. Who's still here at tight end? Ertz, Ebron, David Njoku. Only 26. But I think I'd actually rather have Zach Ertz on a 2-year deal and then draft a tight end. If we can get him for cheap, that's certainly the play. Need a backup running back. I think we can draft one or sign one after this period. Tight end, just looked at that. Offensive line, we've looked at. Do need punter. Do need punter because Pilardi. Oh, no, we signed him long term. Never mind. Oh, we're good. We're actually in an excellent position. I really wish Mark Andrews signed, but we got Laken Tomlinson and we got Zach Ertz. So Zach Ertz, of course, is only a short-term fix. Short-term. Am I struggling here? Brian Burns, absolutely pick up the 5th year on him, like, easily. So even though Zach Ertz is a Band-Aid, he'll be a good one for a year or two. Plug that hole, draft a tight end, develop him behind Zach Ertz, and then we'll be great. We pick at number 17. Eagles on the clock at number 1. Would not be opposed to trading up. Won't be for a quarterback, even though Curtis Jones looks great. Man, all these quarterbacks look like they're pretty solid. Even Sean Childress seems like decent value. Might be the move to draft a running back late if we can. We'll see. We have a tight end. Only 6'2". We're at 4.45. This is a big fullback. Massive fullback. You know who this build looks like is Shannon Sharp. How big was Shannon Sharp? I know he's 6'2". It's probably about 260. Shannon Sharp, listed at 6'2", 228. Way lighter than I thought. He looks massive. Damn, I would have guessed probably he might even be 260 now. Shannon Sharp is even bigger now. He's massive. I thought he was more than than 230, but no. Some good offensive line guys in here. Carlos Randolph might be the option. A lot of Ohio State players in here. I wonder if they've made any draft class adjustment to include that college to pop up more often. Certainly possible. We're just going to simulate to 17. Seems to be a pretty good draft class. A lot of guys available in the second round that I would certainly not mind drafting. And I think Brian Perkins might be my first one. Looks really solid. This tight end looks really solid as well. What would I rather have? Brian Perkins or Elliott Huffman? I think Elliott Huffman long-term makes more sense for us. Looks like a monster tight end. 76 overall, normal development, but is ranked the number 5 player in the class. 91 speed. Route running is nice. Good catching, great acceleration. I think we got a really, really good player there. A shame about his overall, or not his overall, about his development trait, but seems to be a really, really good player. And Brian Perkins is still available. Elijah Alston looks so good, though. I will trade back up for him if I want. But I'm going Brian Perkins here with the mindset of playing him at defensive tackle. He's 6'6", 319 at left end. He will slide inside very easily. 80 speed to go with 87 strength. Only 73 power moves, but 81 block shed. He's got defensive tackle written all over him in our 4-3. And that safety looks almost too good to pass up in Elijah Alston out of the Ohio State University. 4.49 speed. Seems to be awesome top skills. High bench press. To Peter Cloud. Interesting. We could draft a running back if one falls. But I think we're not going to be in a position to do that. I think I'm going to trade up. Likely with whoever picks at number 1 in the second round. Hopefully he doesn't go. He might go. That's okay. I have a backup plan because we don't really need that safety that badly. But I think it'd be nice to have. There he goes to the Browns. 75 overall. Unfortunate, but again, we didn't really need him that bad because we do have Trayvon Moehrig. It's gonna be a big miss just because he's a good player, but didn't really need him that badly. One guy left in my draft board. It's a decent defensive tackle. I'm not really sure we need him right now. First round guy. We're gonna be reaching a little bit more on a player. I think Hugh Leach looks pretty good though. Not to be confused with Hugh Freeze or Mike Leach, college football coaches. Mid-second round guy. I get that this is not an amazing pick here. It'll be a good pick. High bench press, good top skills. I think he could be a good player for us. 70 overall, normal development, ranked number 51, took him at 57. High strength, can't run block worth anything, but has high impact blocking and pass blocking. Very weird. And because we don't pick again until the 5th round, I'm going to let the CPU handle it. You guys ready to be put into pain by the player the Browns just got? I bet he's pretty good. Does have star better development. Thought he might. And, drum roll please. What is it? Only star. Who cares? Honestly, who cares? I mean, that's not missing out on too much. Let's see who the highest overall player was in this class. Quarterback looks unreal. Only normal dev, though. He was the highest overall player in the draft. And Corey Stewart tied for that. Only normal development as well. Bryce Roby. Classic Madden 21. Everyone's normal development. Pretty much. So we actually had a really good draft, even though we only drafted normal dev players. But guess what? So did everybody else. Brian Perkins. I think K1 Short wore 91 too, right? I want to say he wore 99. Yeah, K1 Short was 99. So we just not only got rid of K1 Short, we said, hey, you replaced that easy. Took me a minute to get that snap down. I don't know why. Probably sounds very odd in the mic. So apologies for that. But what do we do right now? I think get together a package to send Trey Boston and Robbie Anderson out of town for an offensive lineman. We've seen trades for offensive linemen before like that. If you look at Jimmy Graham for, wow. Max. Why can I not remember his name? Seahawks center, Max Unger. That's odd. Usually I don't blank like that. Probably some classic me. Just gotta drink. I'm an alcoholic. If I laugh about it, it's not a joke. I mean, it makes it whatever. I'm not. Don't worry about me. Robbie Anderson and Trey Boston for any offensive lineman. Chargers, I don't like what you have, so no. It's going to be tough to trade these guys because of the cap hit. Well, Robbie Anderson especially. I'll figure out something. Patriots signed Kenny Golladay. Goodness. David Andrews would be big. What about Isaiah Wynn? I don't think they'd want to do this. But I want to do this. Play him at left tackle. I'll give you a pick too. I'll give you a lot. Second rounder. How about that? It's not going to happen. Isaiah Wynn is off limits. What about Michael Onwenu? What's he looking like? I would actually take Shaq Mason as well. Where is Michael Onwenu? Not there anymore. Okay. Trading Robbie Anderson, Trey Boston, and a future third-round pick for Shaq Mason and a current second-round pick. That's probably the most unrealistic move I make this entire time, just because you really don't see players traded for players all that often. It does happen, but I think that increases the strength of our offensive line by a ton. It looks overall pretty solid. I think that's like mainly because star development makes it look better than it is. Like Paradis is only a 77. Laken Tomlinson's only a 77. And Walker Little isn't anything crazy, but it's a pretty good group. Huffman's going to take snaps at fullback as well. Defense looks very, very good. Trayvon Moehrig will be starting at free safety. Or, I mean, I feel like he's more of a free safety than Desmond King is. So, yeah, he's going to play free safety. I do not want Rashaan Evans rushing the passer. Why would he be my rush right end? This game frustrates me. Simulating now to the midseason mark. We are 4-4. That's okay. First in offensive yards. That's great. Kyle Trask being all right, but 31st in defensive yards. Not so good. Where are we in points? I wonder why that would be. Just got to keep improving the defense, I guess. I'm going to do player progression. We're going to do defensive line and offensive line. I think those are important to upgrade. And then we got to worry about re-signing DJ Moore long term, which I want to do. Greg Little, don't really care about. But DJ Moore, I absolutely do care about. 5-year deal. We have the money for it. And he's a really good player. He's got to be a part of our long-term plans. And of course he is. He is re-signed for 5 years. This is a team that can certainly make the playoffs. Made it last year at 4-4. Please. Made it last year at 8-8. Currently not doing quite so good. But this still could be a playoff team. That's what we're on pace for at 4-4. There we go. Said it right that time. That's what I'm talking about. 8-8, baby. The Dolphins dream of making the playoffs at 8-8. If you watched the Tua Tagovailoa career sim ulation, you know all about that. So definitely check that out if you have not already. Got the Bucs here. And if we win, we would likely go on to play the Cowboys. I think that's the only team we would play. I don't think there's really even another scenario. I think we win, we play the Cowboys. Unless I can't read a bracket, which is possible. We'll check out the stats, though. 11th best offense, dropped off a bit, but Trask was awesome. Defensively, got a little bit better, I guess. Trask, 38 touchdowns, only 12 interceptions, over 4,300 yards rushing. McCaffrey, almost 1,200 yards, 4 touchdowns. All the touchdowns went to Mohamed Ibrahim and Kyle Trask. Receiving, Jalen Waddle, 19 receiving touchdowns. What a beast. 19. Devonte Adams had almost 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns, 4 for Ertz, 7 touchdowns for DJ Moore. Pretty good year for him. Backup tight end had a touchdown as well. Defensively, Jeremy Chin honestly somehow managed to improve his numbers with more sacks and more picks on about the same number of tackles, but more for loss. Brian Burns led the team with 16, though. Derek Brown also 16. However, Brian Burns had 11 sacks, 9 for Derek Brown, 5.5 for Yetur Gross-Matos, 3 for Jeremy Chin. Brian Perkins honestly doesn't even look like he played all that much, but he did. So I'm unsure about that. Trayvon Moehrig, 3 picks. Same for Caleb Farley. Yearly awards. Trask should get some good MVP votes. Joe Burrow wins MVP. Sucks to see what happened to him in real life. I know you'd think my name is Bengal because I'm a Bengals fan. But either way, I am upset to see Joe Burrow go down. Really promising young rookie. And even as a Giants fan, that does hurt to see. Just young promising players go down. Kyle Trask finishes at number 4. NFC Offensive Player of the Year, Tom Brady. Trask at number 2. Defense Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. Jeremy Chin at 4. Burns at 10. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Dorian Hudson. Maybe the grandson of legendary Packers receiver Don Hudson. Who knows? Defensive Rookie of the Year, Tony Stackhouse. Little cousin to Jerry Stackhouse. I don't know what these references are. Pulling names out of wherever. They check out, but odd. Perkins at number 9 for Defensive Rookie of the Year. And we actually have a good chance to go far in the playoffs. I'm confident in this team. If you look at it, I mean, we're a 91 overall offense, 87 defense, 89 overall as a team. We could beat the Bucs. But we don't. We lose 23-14 because the 83 overall Tampa Bay Buccaneers would dominate by 89 overall beast team. That's just the way she goes sometimes. Pats Bucs in the Super Bowl. Looks like Brady beats his old team in the Super Bowl. Wild. Wild, wild, wild. Do I want anyone here? Greg Little. I sure think I could do better than you. And it's because I can. Let's not sell myself short. Let's get out of there. Oh, actually, well, did the Patriots win that game or no? And Tom Brady retires. Hold on, because sometimes it's flipped, but maybe the Patriots won that. They sure did, 38-14. So Tom Brady goes to play his old team, the Patriots. The Patriots beat him, said, "Hey, you made the wrong decision," and he retires in protest. I could see it. I could see it. In free agency, Derek Brown's up to Superstar X Factor. Ooh, electric. What do we need here? Sean Murphy Bunting could be good. I don't really think we need to pay anybody, though. What would I get? Oh, Kyle Trask went up to Star Dev. That's awesome. Don't really need anyone on the offensive line. I think we're fine for right now. These are not upgrades. I think our defensive line's great. Brian Burns is up to a 90. I think our defensive tackles are solid. Gross Matos is down to normal development. I feel like we're fine at linebacker. Jeremy Chin went up to Superstar X Factor. Rashaan Evans is almost a 90. Cornerback, I feel like we're fine. Could use a good third one, I suppose. But I think we'd be better served by drafting one. Darnell Savage is here. I think I'm just going to stick with Trevon Moehrig. Keep the homegrown guy. It is time to do fifth-year options and then head to the draft. I think we're in a great position. We don't really need to sign anybody. It's all about developing what we have. And Derek Brown, absolutely want him back. Now, the fifth-year option is not going to be cheap at all. But I think his services, are much appreciated. He's getting pressure on the quarterback, which is something that he really didn't even have to do that much at Auburn, and has been doing so to start his career in Carolina a little bit. And he's been doing so here in this Panthers rebuild. So what do we really need? It's not quarterback. It's maybe corner. Joe Rudd looks fantastic. Would I trade up to get him, though? I don't think I would. I don't really want Antonio Tucker. If he's it's an amazing corner class. Super well-rounded. Super depthy. I want some guys who are at least early or mid. Cam Torrance probably going to be the guy. Ed Gardner looks really solid as well, despite being a mid guy. But I think Cam Torrance would be my best bet. Could take a linebacker. That's going to be a need for us with Shaq Thompson going to start to regress. David Cruz could be good, a little slow. Could have defensive tackle depth. Manny Savage. I'm already intrigued by the name. Eric Weldon's just a classic defensive tackle down the board in Madden. That's going to be pretty good. Eddie Michaels. Unspectacular. Ooh, we got some guys here. Ben Richards looks great. Joseph Elliott, not so much. Aries Nobles, interesting name. I wonder if he knows Barnes. And then Jerry Smith. Looks good as well. Also, by the way, I hate when people call it Barnes and Nobles. It's Barnes and Noble. Read. Get a pair of glasses or something. I don't know. I've been holding on to that one for a while. I'm upset about it for no reason. Left tackle Demetrius Hall maybe has something for me. I think we're fine. We don't really need a whole lot. We're in a great spot. Montreal Livingston at 4.58 thinks he's an early first round guy. Challenge. I'm throwing the challenge flag on that one. Michael Wakefield, second round guy. Early first round true talent. I am intrigued. We're going to see what's available at 20. It might be a quarterback. That might be who I take here, depending on what corners are available. John Barnett is not going to be something I take there. Manny Savage if I need a defensive tackle. Ben Richards looks pretty good. I think I might actually take an edge rusher here. I think it might be Ben Richards out of Washington. 76 overall. Number 4 in the class. Took him at 20. Blaze it. 82 finesse moves, 82 speed, 85 strength. Really good player. Question is it worth playing him over your Gross Matos, considering they're now both normal development? It's a good question. The quarterback is no longer available. We're going to take a look at him. And I'll take Demetrius Hall here. He's not bad, but he's not good. He's not worth having. Honestly, he doesn't do a whole lot for me. What can we take here? Anything good? Maybe a defensive tackle. There's Eric Weldon looking at me. Sure. Oh, okay. 73 overall, matching the jersey number. But more importantly, he is star better development. To go with 80 power moves, 73 block shed, 73 speed, 91 strength. Oh, okay. Eric Weldon. I mean, he will compete immediately for playing time because of his development trait. That's going to be a tough decision. And it's a decision I might have to make in favor of him. Take a backup center here in Clyde Spitzer, and we got another one. Star better development. Ranked number 54 in the class, took at 84. Good strength, can pass block. Solid player. Ooh, we have some decisions to make. I like where we are. Let's take a look at what we want to do here, because we have to make some very tough decisions. And that is what we do with Spitzer, who's a 72 overall left guard. What do we want to do here? What is Paradis' contract? Paradis' contract is running out very soon. In fact, he is in the final year of his deal. But I look over at left guard and they say, hey, Laken Tomlinson, what's your contract looking like? And I regretfully see he's in the final year of his deal also. Wide receiver's great. You honestly cannot get better. As I'm going to do route runner for Jalen Waddle because his route running is just not that good. So, well, in game, I should say. Medium route running goes up. I wanted short. It's 74. I don't want that. Whatever. Waddle's looking great. Our offense looks high-powered. I'm not sure I start Spitzer this year. Maybe I should. Maybe I'll try to trade Paradis or something. If you look at our linebacking core, I mean, it's stupid good. And then Weldon. What do I do with him? Do I play Richards over Gross Matos? Yatur's only 25. He looks pretty good, by the way. I think Richards is just going to be a depth backup type player. And then Weldon, I don't know what I do with him right now. He is good. Is he better than Brian Perkins? As a pass rusher, yes. So maybe he's a rush defensive tackle. Because Perkins only has, drum roll please, I'm not going to do that again, 73-64 for power and finesse. Eric Weldon, right out of the gate, despite his morale, would have 80-64. A lot better. They want Rashaan Evans to be a rush end. Why? Why do you want that? What makes him better? Just because he's faster? But he has 70 finesse moves. We need him playing off the ball. He's a sub linebacker. Don't embarrass me, Mom. I just want to make sure. Specialist. Should I go Weldon over Perkins? Perkins main D tackle and then Weldon rush D tackle? I think it's a better move for us. This is the way the specialist looks, which seemed to matter more than actual offense and defense. And then I think I'm setting it up like this. I think this is a really, really good setup for us. The CPU drafted another star or better development player, Dwayne Amos. He's bad. So don't even worry about him. Don't worry about him. I want, before I start this next season, I want to see some of the players in this class that we weren't able to draft. Now, the cornerback was sick. Did have star or better development. He looks like an old-timey player with that big, weird beard. Looks like mutton chops. Looks like he is first mate on a ship somewhere in, like, I don't know, the 1880s. Maybe you should choose a different year, but I don't know. You get what I'm saying with the mutton chops. Let me see overall here, because that quarterback is unreal. Went 3 picks before we could take him. Second best player in the entire class. We had Kyle Trask, so we didn't need him. I was never going to play this guy over Trask. But he does have superstar dev. Really good player. Lions got themselves a stud. Do I want to be mean here to Lions fans? You guys have been through a lot. Sorry, it won't matter anyway. Had to spit it out. Cam Torrance was I was going to take. Pretty good, but not amazing. Am I more happy with Ben Richards? You know what? Probably not, just because he's not going to play too much for us. But I will simulate to the midseason mark. Let's go, team. Show me something here. 4-3 at the midseason mark. Brian Burns is an impending free agent, and there are 3 teams in the NFC South that are 4-3. Brian Burns needs a big contract extension. Shaq Mason's here. Zach Ertz, Jeremy Chin, Shaq Thompson, Yeturgros Matos, Laken Tomlinson, Matt Paradis, everybody. Brian Burns for sure. Not even that expensive for what he offers. 89 speed, 94 finesse moves. Wild. I mean, I would very comfortably offer this. It's going to be an expensive period. He wants a higher bonus. Shaq Mason we should bring back as well. We traded for him. He's expensive, but he is good. He wants more salary. Ertz, I'm fine with letting him go. Jeremy Chin probably should be more expensive for what he offers us, but 5 over 50 is a great contract. Shaq Thompson, I'd be cool to bring back for a few years. I think 4 years is probably too many. He wants more. Everyone wants more. Gross Matos, I'm not even sure if we should re-sign him. Laken Tomlinson, I'd be fine on a 2-year deal. He wants more money. And then Matt Paradis, I think I can let him walk at 33. My phone dropped. It's a bad day. I don't mean to stun on you guys, by the way, like bragging that I have a phone. I know it. Most people don't have phones in 2020. Actually, everyone has a phone. Yeah, I know. You were the only one who didn't get it. Playoff time. I think we should be a part of him. So let's go. Dude, on that same point, though, you're like, dude, everyone got that you were not being serious. In a pack opening on the second channel, we're 9-7, by the way. If you guys don't subscribe to my second channel, I highly recommend it, of course. I post so much on there. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, GeoGuessr, which is like Google Maps, where am I quiz type stuff. You get placed in a random spot, you have to guess where you are. But I also do a lot of like NFL card openings. Check out, that you know what a football card is. But I'm on there, and I as a joke called Mandy Ross. Someone's like, I don't know who that is. And someone's like, dude, you called Randy Moss Mandy Ross? Do you not even know football? You call yourself a football fan? I posted it on my Twitter because I couldn't believe it. Twitter.com/Bengal YouTube. Link is in the chat, or the description, excuse me. So you can just do Twitter, Bengal YouTube. I should come right up. But we got 9-7. Little tangent for you, but I got to talk to you guys about these guys sometimes. I mean, you can't even believe it. But Kyle Trask was good. We finished 3rd in the division, though. 4,300 yards, or just about 31 touchdowns, 12 picks rushing. McCaffrey was excellent once again. 9 touchdowns, averaging about 6 per carry. 1,250 yards receiving. Devonte Adams in the slot, and he played great. 1,300 yards, 12 touchdowns. Zach Ertz was really solid. DJ Moore was quite good. Jalen Waddle didn't do much because he wasn't in the slot. Maybe I'll move him back there. And then McCaffrey was okay. DJ Moore okay. I like that. Defensively, Jeremy Chin continues to play quite well. Brian Burns, 12 tackles for loss, led the team. But look at sacks. He had 11.5, led the team. But guess who else is also there? Derek Brown with 11.5. Rashaan Evans had 6. Why? Why are you rushing the passer as frequently as you are? Not sure. Interceptions, 3 for Chin, led the way. Troy Pride Jr. I need a good third cornerback that isn't Troy Pride. As Sean Childress wins MVP. Kyle Trask at 6. NFC Offensive Player of the Year is Sean Childress. Kyle Trask at 2. Sean Childress is an annoying word to say. I feel like I keep making SHs in there randomly. Defensive Player of the Year, Eric Kendricks. Jeremy Chin at 5. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Michael Wakefield. Yeah, that guy's a stud. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year is Aries Nobles. Eric Weldon at number 8. I'm interested to see what his development trade is because that could change a whole lot. 90 overall team. Let's check him out. Nothing else has changed. We still don't know Spitzer's overall, or development, I should say, because he didn't play. He's up to a 73, though. And then defensively, Weldon only has star. Is it worth playing him over Brian Perkins? It's an interesting conversation to have. Maybe it is. Linebacking core is excellent. They both have Zone Hawk. You know what he might have, or I should give him, is Selfless. When he enters the zone, all on-field teammates enter the zone as well. And if we get like Brian Burns, for example, to go up to Superstar X Factor, that'd be awesome. But Derek Brown already has Superstar X Factor, so he would go into the zone as well. We'd be in pretty good shape. I think Rashaan Evans is almost a lock to go up to Superstar X Factor. But we'll see if we can beat the Giants here. Just for perspective, they went 12-4. They are an 84 overall with Trey Lance. We are a 90. Sure, it would be nice to beat them in the wild card. It's my favorite team, but I want to see them go down here. And they don't. This game. And the Giants made it to the Super Bowl. Giants, Bengals. Brian Burns did not go up in development trait. And he wants what? Bonus could be better? All right, take this. You're boning us by asking for a higher bonus. Bonus with the bonus. Shaq Mason wants what? Higher salary. I will improve your salary. He resigns. Ertz can walk. Shaq Thompson is actually down to superstar. I'm probably going to end up... his franchise tag is going to be so expensive, but I'm not paying an 84 overall 30-year-old linebacker $32 million over 2 years. This is so expensive. I'm not doing this. Yeah, play for a new team. Goodbye. Laken Tomlinson, I will re-sign. It's not that bad. Turgros Matos, though. He's really just not too expensive. 3-year deal for him. He wants to go to free agency. All right. Enjoy it. We have your replacement already ready. And maybe I'll sign one in free agency. Who knows? It even could be your Turgros Matos. I'm not like totally casting that off. Like there's possibility that happens. Curtis Samuel's here. I think we made the right move by moving on, though. Shaq Thompson, no one even wants him. Dude, you're asking for way too much money. Like, you have to understand, now is not your time. The time is now, old man. And you're 30 years old and not a 90 overall. I just can't give you that type of money. Yeah, Gross Matos is gone, which is okay. We have backups. We have guys ready to go into that spot. That's why you draft backups, so guys can eventually take over. Offensive line, and Spitzer only a star, by the way. As if it really could have been anything else. It's probably always going to be star. Receivers fine. Don't have a fullback. All right, I mean, don't really need one. Sign Reggie Gill. I mean, that's a massive contract for a fullback. He really shouldn't even matter. I'll get Roosevelt next for nothing. So we're bringing him in. And it's really just focusing on the draft now. We got Shaq Thompson back for way, 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 way cheaper than what he wanted. So I consider that a big win. Caleb Farley, yes, bring him back. Who was the other player we drafted? It was Caleb Farley. I don't even remember who we drafted. Oh, Jalen Waddle. Yeah. We want Jalen Waddle back. Yeah, of course. Absolutely want him back because he's a beast. And we'll play him in the slot. He'll be superb. And we'll head to the draft. Corner. We don't even really need linebacker that bad. It's pretty much just cornerback, I think. Picking number 23. Let me just take another look. 88 overall. What do we really need here? Maybe offensive line, but I'm comfortable with what we have. Receivers are great. Quarterback, running back, I think, are in a really good spot. I'm surprised Rashaan Evans didn't go up. And then it looks like we need a right end. We don't. We drafted Richards. Richards is 2 overall points less than the Yetur Gross-Matos. He is younger, and he is the same development trait. Made no sense to extend Yetur Gross-Matos with Richards on the squad. But we do need a corner. We do need a corner pretty bad. We could even use backup edge rushers. And even if there's a better edge rusher available, someone that has like a really good development trait, it will be worth taking them. Ooh, Rashad Verner? Verner the burner? Only 4.5 speed, so maybe not. But early first-round guy in the 3rd round. I'm in on taking a receiver. We don't necessarily need one, but it'd be a really, really solid 4. Oh, look at the centers. Look at the centers. They're unbelievable. And they're all steals. Oh my God, they're all amazing. Okay, great middle linebackers as well. Like, really, really good. I'm in on a lot of these guys. Now, I don't really want to trade up, but I don't want to miss out on a lot of these guys. I want some of these guys to be available for us. So we're just going to hope. And then if not, we'll take a center. And there are really, really good centers. Could easily come in and play guard. Might get crazy. There's a running back who's quite good. But we don't really need a backup running back that badly right now. I think Sam Josephson, which is an annoying last name. Josephson. It just seems like it. This Sen is just coming out of nowhere. I will be taking him. Really good offensive lineman. Number 3 in the draft at 77. Pretty strong draft class. Normal dev. It's to be expected. But he's very, very good. And now do I trade up into the 2nd round? I don't really have a ton of picks, but if I could trade 2 and then like a future 3 and a current 5 to get another higher 2nd round pick like this one from the Bears, that would be excellent. They need more. It's going to have to be a future 2 probably thrown in there, which to me is just a little bit too much, but we're going to do it anyway because that receiver is going to be really, really good. We had it in, what, a 5th or a 6th? And that receiver should be available at the top of the 2nd round. Like, I would be shocked if he was not. And he is available. Rashad Verner, welcome to the team. 75 overall. Great 4th option at receiver. Only 89 speed, but good overall catching. Spectacular catch is quite high. Route running's decent. Solid 4th option, which is what we were going for. It's what we got. Anyone left on my draft board, that would have been nice. But no. Last pick of the draft for me here. And is it just going to be a depth pickup? Is it just depth here? We'll take DeAndre Taylor out of Louisville. 69 overall. Nice. What does he do well? He accelerates. Just what you want. That's what you want from a pass rusher. Just acceleration, and that's it. That's the end of the list. Oh, we are just a few picks away, and I probably would have taken him. Devonte Carey was an 80 overall. Oh my. 85 speed, 86 finesse moves. Oh, this is one of the better players I've probably seen in the draft this year in Madden 21. He is really, really good. And if he has a good development trait, superstar development, yeah, what a sick player that is. We picked a 23. I don't think I was ever going to trade up to get him, but really, really good player. Look at the Niners. 2 safeties. One at number 7 in the 1st, one at number 7 in the 2nd. Both 76 overalls. Kari Cochran is a 76 with normal, as is Will Powers. And the Browns did really well as well. In the 4th round, they got a 76 overall running back. 2nd round, they got a 76 overall. A center. Scotty Hoffman. What'd they get in the 1st? I didn't even... Oh. A left end. He wasn't even that good. Well, I want to start Spitzer because he's got star dev. But also, we drafted Josephson, and he's pretty good. How big is he? 6'5", 316? Oh, you mean you play left tackle now? Exactly. Oh, and he's a 78 overall left tackle? Done and done. Oh, upgraded to an 89 after 1? +1 speed? I'm in. His zone coverage is so bad. Dude, I wish the CPU could upgrade them in any type of balanced way at all. It's so annoying. We need more cornerback depth. We have 2 corners on the entire team. Darnell Mooney's here. Jeff Gladney, honestly, plays nickel corner in real life. We'll sign him. What's your dev trait? Normal on Casey Hayward at this point. Only 86 speed. Let's bring in another nickel corner in Bryce Callahan. He's got star dev. And we need another nickel corner as well. Just need all of them. How about Damon Arnett? He's 27 at this point. Damon Arnett is 27 while Noah Igbenogany in the same class is 24. It's interesting. Igbenogany was a receiver transitioning into a corner at Auburn. And then I knew that Damon Arnett was old for his class. But surprising. A 3-year age gap in both first-round corners. Let's get a tight end training boost. And that's it for right now. So this is what the defense looks like. Defensive tackle 2 and right end aren't great, but they're decent players. And then specialist, I got to change things. Rashaan Evans cannot be a rush end. Cut that out. 4-3 again at the midseason mark. Derek Brown is here. As is Desmond King. Kyle Trask is going to be probably pretty expensive. Trayvon Moehrig as well. Joshua Ross can walk. Walker Little can walk. Bryce Callahan. We've signed a lot of guys on 1-year deals. Derek Brown's really the only one I need back. And he should be re-signing. He is. Desmond King, I would like back. He is 29. It's a 4-year deal I don't love. I'd give you more money over 3. And he re-signs. Kyle Trask will be the big one. He wants a ton of money. But I think it's well worth it. He wants more. Check yourself. Check your privilege, Kyle. Moehrig is back for 5 years. Walker Little, again, we don't need because we drafted that center that is built like a tackle. We moved him over. We will upgrade our players. Also want to spend a little coach XP. And then Kyle Trask, I don't really want to franchise tag him. I don't know how long I'm doing this rebuild for, dude. I've been going at it for a little while now. But I'm having a really good time. Because we've built a really good team. A lot of fun players to watch develop over time. I'll simulate 1 week. Should be able to beat the Eagles, advancing to 5-3, which puts us in well, we lost. Suck my... Whatever, dude. Kyle Trask. What does he want? Salary? All right, there you go. Take the money. And he's back. Honestly, based off the previous 2 seasons, we just had to be 4-4. We'll make the playoffs with 8 or 9 wins anyway, I'm sure. And now that I say that, right on cue. Lost it. 7-9. 8-8 may have made us a playoff team. 4th best offense in terms of yards, and defense was actually not too bad in terms of yards. Where were we in points per game? We were top 10. Defensively, points allowed, we were real low. Maybe 23rd, something like that. Yearly awards, Jim Howard wins it for the Titans. No Kyle Trask. NFC Offensive Player of the Year is Sean Childress. McCaffrey at 5. No Kyle Trask. We'll have to check the numbers in a bit, but I'm surprised not to see Kyle in there. Roquan wins Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Nick Michael, probably. Cole Holiday at 4, whoever that is for us. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Devonte Carey. What a player. And then DeAndre Taylor at number 7. Would have been nice for him to fall into our lap, but we missed it by, I think, like 5 picks, 6 picks, something like that. Trask only threw 25 touchdowns and 19 picks. Yeah, that's why he's not in there. McCaffrey was still excellent. 16 TDs. Receiving, Waddle was great. Devonte Adams was great. DJ Moore was really good. I mean, our receivers were good. I just don't know why Trask just kept launching so many picks. Derek Brown, 15 tackles for loss. And we really just didn't get pressure on the QB this year from any individual. And we didn't force turnovers. We just didn't do it. We just didn't do it in terms of general production. So we didn't make the playoffs. We missed it here in 2024 despite having a really, really good team. Sucks to see. All right, do I want anyone back here? Not really. I think we'll probably head into the final season here in a minute. I think this should be, I mean, I've been recording for 2 hours. We are about to head into 2025, and we have no cap room. Micah Parsons is there. Khalil Mack at 34. Where's all our money going? Fifth-year options? That'd be my guess. 2025. Let's see here. So, yep, Waddle getting paid $15 million per year, even though he would never get that. Well, actually, he might get somewhere close. Caleb Farley, about the same deal, same class. Is Derek Brown regressing? No, he's 27. I thought he was into the 90s already. Kind of surprised he's not. So, honestly, we have Hugh Leach. Laken Tomlinson does not need to be here anymore. We'll take a little bit of penalty, but clear up some money to get rid of him. I'm looking for anywhere where we can clear up some space, get a little bit more money. There's not a ton of areas where we can do that, which we don't really need to anyways. We need more corners. I just got to draft straight cornerbacks in this class, which I'm cool with. So we're picking at number 12 overall here. We missed the playoffs. Something we really haven't experienced too much in this rebuild video. And of course, the cornerbacks are unbelievably underwhelming. There's not a first-round player in the entire class at corner. How is that possible? In the entire class, there isn't one? Oh my goodness. There aren't even safeties we could play there. What an unlucky time to be alive. D'Angelo Bradham's great. Love that. Don't really need offensive line. I don't even know what I'm taking in the draft. I mean, I was sick receivers. I was pretty much all set to just go corner, 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 corner down the board. And of course, the one position I really need, we don't have. Great quarterbacks here. Not what I need. Jerry Weiss looks awesome. I just don't need it. It's actually crazy that the best pick here in a make-or-break year is a quarterback. He's a number 4 player in the class, and he's a 77 overall. Jerry Weiss, star better development. And boy, do I have a tough decision. I got to go with Trask still, right? I got to go with Trask. I have to. I mean, I don't really see any way I start a rookie over him. And then I didn't add that guy to my draft board. Why would I not do that? D'Angelo Bradham looks to be amazing. Welcome to the team. Number 7 in the class at 77 overall. What kind of stacked draft class is this? Star better development. He's got 84 speed, 82 power moves, 84 strength. Block shedding is not too high. I think he's going to start right away. This draft class is crazy stacked and no corners. I'm confused. Listen, we need somebody to play cornerback, so we just got to take somebody. And then Cameron Morgan looks like the best player, and he is super bad. Like, he doesn't do anything well. And he is our nickel corner. So that sucks. And guess what we're going to take here? You guessed it. A defensive tackle. Now it's a corner. Ty Adams. He at least has 71 zone coverage. He does something okay. I need to see this draft class. Because we drafted 277 overall players. I need to see how stacked this class was. I wonder if there are any 80s or just like high 70s across the board. That's what it is. Nick Mason, a receiver. Star better development. I don't believe my eyes. Tyrone Ward, star better development. What's happening? Also, he looks like Dennis Peoples. If you watch Jags franchise, you know what I mean. He looks literally the exact same, except for different height and weight. But he's got the same face. Jags, different number though. Some good players in here. Who's the biggest steal? Fullback, doesn't count. Cam Boley maybe? Thought about taking him, but we got better players instead. I don't know what to do at quarterback. Should I do another season after this just to be crazy? No, I can't. Is it worth going with him over Trask? Probably not, right? 87, 93, 80. It's not great accuracy versus 83, 84, 86. But he might develop faster. I'm going to stick with Trask. I mean, that's the right move, even though it's not as exciting. Look at my receiving core, man. Decent offensive line, nothing crazy. And then defensively, Shaq Thompson's back up to superstar X Factor. And screw it, man. I am going to be exciting with Bradham. He will start at right end. Oh, Ben Richards got up to star. That's tough because I'm not playing him. I mean, I'm playing him, but I don't know. He's just like, I want to see what the rookie can do. I'm curious. They're so close in overall. I figure why not. We're going to go Adams, DJ Moore, rush right end. Brian Burns is 94 there. Rush left end. We'll go with, I mean, he's a 70 over here. I'm just going to swap it. I just want to see what D'Angelo Bradham can do. That's just it. And then we can have Ben Richards be a backup. Maybe he'll rotate in at each spot. Sounds good to me. Rush D tackle. We could get crazy and just have Bradham be a rush D tackle. Is that what I should do? Yeah, let's do that, actually. He's just, I feel like, a little bit better. So we'll do Bradham there, and we'll do Ben Richards there. Slot cornerback, it's not good. We know it's not good. Nothing else you can really say about it. But this is the team. I'm excited to see development traits in some of these rookies. Before I simulate to the midseason mark, I need to see... Let's do running back training boost. Kind of the only thing I can do. 4-3 at the midseason mark. That's the new norm. Started out at 4-4. We're actually last in the NFC South. Our offense is not it right now. I have a feeling it's going to turn around. This is usually what happens, but our defense is way better. That's probably going to end up being a lot worse. 89 overall. We're not going to be able to see what our running back is. Or not running back. Our backup QB. Not going to be able to see what his development trait is because he hasn't played. He probably have had snaps and stuff. Yeah, 207. Show me X Factor. Still don't know. He's a 79 overall, though. He's actually upgrading kind of fast. He's a rush D tackle, which he's going to stay there. He's 77 overall, rush D tackle. This is just a good team. I think we're going to do really, really well. I'll see you guys for the playoffs. We snuck into the playoffs. Wild card. Let's go. 10-6. Finished second in the division. It was so close. Bucks 11-5. Falcons 9-7. Saints 8-8. I thought we were going to make the playoffs for sure, though. And our offense really did not get much better. Defense was better, though. The switch to Cincinnati playbook was awesome. And Kyle Trask had a great year. 4,000 yards, 35 touchdowns, 5 picks. Great year. Christian McCaffrey was really good. Receiving. No one over 1,000 yards. Waddle had 14 touchdowns. Devonte Adams and DJ Moore really took a back seat. But defensively, Jeremy Chin, 5.5 sacks. 12.5 for the rookie D'Angelo Bradham, 8.5 for Derek Brown, 7 for Burns, 6 for Ben Richards. And our linebackers really seems like they blitzed a lot. 10 tackles for loss for Derek Brooks, interceptions, 2 for Cameron Morgan, 2 for Desmond King, 2 for Trayvon Moehrig and Caleb Farley. And then yearly awards. Justin Fields wins MVP with the Jags. He's a 97 overall. My goodness. KJ Costello with the 14-2 Browns. This game is a joke. NFC Offense Player of the Year, Michael Wakefield. Trask at 4. Defense Player of the Year, Byron Murphy. Wow. Didn't expect to see him there. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Lloyd Crothers. Cardinals really showing out here. And then D'Angelo Bradham wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. Cameron Morgan finishes at 2nd. Show me something here for development traits. I'm curious about the quarterback a lot. And we still don't know. He's an 81 overall. I definitely should have started him. Look how good he is. I'm going to do one more season after this. Screw it. I'm going to do it. Why not? It'll be a long video. I'm sure you guys will appreciate it. And Bradham is only star. Oh, no. It's unfortunate. I think that rookie's going to be, like, at least superstar, though. He's developing crazy fast, and he's not even playing. So I will do one more year after this. Just to see. Can we beat the Cardinals in the wild card? Yes, 31-14. And the Falcons in the divisional Could be quite tough. I forgot about Rashad Verder. We drafted him. He's up to a 78 overall. Beat the Falcons. Yes, 31-28. I will finally jump in for this one. Conference championship against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Tampa Bay. They're an 87 overall. They're actually really, really good. You rarely see CPU teams get up that high. Usually, like, the good ones are around 85, 86 and below. But 87, like, you really don't see that too often, or at least I haven't. But we'll do Super Sim and jump in if I have to. Their quarterback is Gardner Minshew. Am I living in a simulation? Literally, I am, actually. They're up 7-0 early, and we refuse to answer. Do something, please. Finally, a touchdown. And I do actually have it on arcade, and I like to do that for these rebuild sims, and I'll tell you why. Because it's not about gameplay. If you want to watch gameplay, and I'm still bad there, go watch Jags Franchise. But in these videos on arcade, since it's really not gameplay focused, we can just make it crazy and make big comebacks when we need to. Like, it's actually possible. And that's wide open. Trask hits Devonte Adams, and Devonte Adams, we don't even need arcade mode. He's gone. Outruns Drew Tranquil. Devonte Adams, big touchdown. That play is on any difficulty, on any game mode. He didn't moss anybody. He just got way open against a linebacker. Looks like Antoine Winfield Jr. as well. And just beat him. 2-point conversion. I'm looking at Jalen Waddle on the slant. Oh, wow. I didn't even see him. He just lurked that. That's so bad. Yeah. I mean, I thought Devin White was going to crash down. Okay. I mean, clearly, I'm so bad for making that throw. You would be correct. I didn't even really look at him too much. I saw him there. I thought he was going to come down. And I was throwing the slant no matter what. That was just what was going to happen. As we'll see if we can shut down Minshew. I mean, this offense isn't that good. They just play well in sim. As Jeremy Chin feels way too slow. Nyheim Hines really going to break a Rashaan Evans tackle there. As if I don't have a 93, 94 overall linebacker in Rashaan Evans. He's just going to break that. Nyheim Hines actually playing really well in real life. So props to him. That's a really, really good backfield in Indianapolis. Because Marlon Mack's okay. And then you have Jonathan Taylor, who is starting to play really, really well with more touches. And then Nyheim Hines is playing really, really well. I know Marlon Mack's injured, but he does count. And they're killing us right now. It's a draw. Shed back inside. Good tackle, Chin. He really held on to that. Played that about as well as we could have. The Bucs are just driving and driving and driving and driving. It's a screen. Throw it anyway. What? Oh my God, it gave me a jumping animation. It gave me a jump. I lurked it. Why jump there? Oh, I had the interception. I read the screen so well. We're really going to lose this game because we can't get one stop. This doesn't even feel like... I mean, I guess it is arcade mode. It doesn't feel like arcade. I laid a hit, no fumble. It feels like all Madden and Jags Franchise where the CPU just runs on me all day. And we can't get one stop. Over pursued there. We can't get a stop. No one can tackle. No one can tackle. We just allow them to run literally all game. A fumble forces a ball out. I gotta start calling my timeouts after this play. But oh my God, this is infuriating. Give me a big hit. Finally, he fumbles. Shaq Thompson gets it. Get out of the way, Brian Burns. Oh my goodness. We got a chance though. Thank you, arcade mode. Finally, I got something. This is the same play. This is Waddle. Easy streak. Or actually, check down to McCaffrey. He should make somebody miss. Look at Christian McCaffrey. Breaks a tackle. Oh, McCaffrey's a monster. This is like the best offense of all time, personnel-wise. Christian McCaffrey, Devonte Adams, monster Jalen Waddle. DJ Moore is really, really good. And then I guess Kyle Trask is kind of like the odd man out, but he's decent in this game. I'll throw it up to Devonte Adams, get a touchdown right now. Trask to Devonte Adams. Touchdown. That's why you get a 99 overall receiver. Devonte Adams, TD. That should win it. Finally. Oh, it's going to kick me out? That's great. Oh, no. It's the Browns in the Super Bowl. It's already game over. Do have development trade upgrades. I wouldn't be surprised if Bradham went up to superstar. We finally get to see our quarterback. Do we actually not? The season's over. Let me see. Also, he looks nothing like his player model. Look at this. All right, see his face right there? Look at that. Not even close. Not even close. And he did not go up. He's still star development. But he's higher overall than Richards now at this point. 89 power moves. Love to see that. Also, you know, he looks exactly like is Evan Groves, our rookie in Jags franchise right now. You guys haven't seen Jags franchise. Watch Jags franchise. It's a good series, according to a lot of people. I've heard it. Super Bowl Miami. Cleveland Browns. 90 overall against 90 overall. This should be a good one. Down 14-0 early is not exactly ideal. Thankfully, well, it's still 14 points now that the Browns have scored a touchdown, just as we did. It is 24-7, 24-14, 31-14. We need a touchdown. 21-31. I'm jumping in on defense. We need a big stop. It's a run. Chin, big hit. Oh, Chubb's got to fumble the ball there. Give me a Chubb if he fumbled. As long as we don't allow a touchdown here, we're actually going to be fine. Also, Jeremy Chin really feels like he's like 83 speed. Oh, what a shed it by Derek Brown. That's unreal. I actually need to know what his speed is because it feels so slow. And sub linebacker, I don't know why it would be Shaq Thompson over Rashaan Evans. He is 92 speed. I thought it was high, but it feels so slow. I'm not really sure why that is. 3rd and 11. Taking a shot, end zone. It's intercepted by Dante Jackson. He went for Odell Beckham Jr. KJ Costello did, by the way. That's your QB. Did not work out. We do have time. I don't want a holiday here. Let's get to McCaffrey. Swing pass. Well, that's not what I want. Turn him upfield. Lob. What possibly could be the penalty there, other than roughing the passer? Ineligible receiver downfield. What are you doing down the field, Hugh? Waddle. Look at the speed. Look at the speed on the slant. Jalen Waddle. Oh, we're tiptoeing. Oh, my goodness. It was a touchdown. Brutal. This receiving core is actually just too fast. You got speed. You got route running. You got talent. Do I just streak Devonte Adams? That's actually wide open. Trask. Well, it became less wide open. Couldn't haul that one in. 3rd and 10. I'm rolling out. I don't love my options. That's open. He goes up the field. I don't want that. Stay open. This is basic. Well, we have 99 kick power. This is basic for any receiver against zone coverage, is find the open spot and sit the hell down. Can this be good? Yes. Joey Sly, 99 kick power right down the middle. We just need to stop. I don't know how we don't come away with a touchdown there. KJ Costello has all day. Finally, time runs out. Brian Burns takes him down. They're going to punt. 2-minute drill. I'm very confident in the offense. We just have too many weapons. Because even if it's not Devonte Adams or Jalen Waddle or DJ Moore, guess what? We have Christian McCaffrey. Starting with a screen here. Getting the ball in the hands of maybe our best player. And this just played so well by Mac Wilson. Kind of the only thing that couldn't happen did. I'm going to try and go back to him, though. He's so open. And that's a block down the field. I didn't want to get out of bounds. Didn't want to. But I wanted more yardage after the catch for sure. It's going to go Christian McCaffrey every play. Why? See, I wanted to get out of bounds there. Oh, we did. Cool. 2nd and 6. My read is just constantly Christian McCaffrey's open in the flat on the table. But he's so open. Like, how do you not throw that? And he's so elusive that he makes somebody miss every time. I don't feel a need to step out of bounds. I just keep feeding him. They really just haven't had an answer. Safety came down. We're going to throw that outside. Okay. Dude, it's so frustrating in Madden that the receivers just don't sit on the sideline. Please. It is killing me. when they bounce off the sideline. It is beyond frustrating. I got to go with something where McCaffrey is an option in the flat. Have to. He's covered, but that's not. Jalen Waddle breaks a tackle as well, and that is a timeout. We need a touchdown to tie. 2-point conversion to win. Planning that idea in your head. This doesn't have to be a shot to the end zone. We have 9 seconds left. We can get a little bit closer. Devonte Adams won off the line. Throw it up to him. He caught it. Fight for the end zone, Devonte. Oh, should we have bulleted that? Probably. I didn't want that to be lobbed to where it was. We are first and goal from the 2. I'm putting a slant on the field, and I am probably going to throw it. Devonte Adams, touchdown. We're going to tie it up. Oh, my goodness. I'm not even I can't even get hyped over that. I'm nervous. I'm going for 2. I'm going for 2. I'm not playing for overtime. Super Bowl. We need 2 yards. No timeouts. Someone's going to make a play. I'm going to change formations, actually. 2-point conversion. Super Bowl on the line. Slant. Devonte Adams. 2-point conversion's good. I wasn't going to anybody else. Adams gets open. He catches it. And the Carolina Panthers are Super Bowl champions. They had a shot in the early 2000s. They couldn't secure the bag. This time, like 25 years later, actually 20 years later, probably about 20 years later, the Carolina Panthers are victorious. They're walking away as Super Bowl champions. Also, how did I forget about the Panthers-Broncos Super Bowl where Cam Newton didn't dive on the football after he fumbled? After there was a fumble? I mean, not that the game would have changed much if he did. I totally forgot they were in the Super Bowl, though. I really did. I really forgot. I was thinking about the Super Bowl, like, so much earlier. Yeah, the 2003 season against the Patriots. Pretty much starting that Patriots dynasty. But I did promise one more season. I will do one more season. So Christian McCaffrey's here. That was the Patriots' second Super Bowl. I couldn't remember if it was their second or third because of when the Eagles made it. But no, it was their second. But irrelevant. Panthers fans who are old enough probably do not want to relive that one. We got to make some really interesting decisions because this is going to get super expensive. Do I want to pay Christian McCaffrey all this money? Yeah, kind of. We just got to make some tough decisions, that's all. Caleb Farley's back. He was really expensive. Jalen Waddle is also going to be really expensive, but he's really good. He comes back. Christian McCaffrey needs to come back, in my opinion. Has to. And he does. We could clear up some space if we got rid of Kyle Trask. But not sure that's the move. Moton wants to play for a new team. We could franchise tag him. Brian Perkins we don't need. Hugh Leach we don't necessarily need. Elliott Huffman is how much? We could bring him back. He is back. Now I'm going to franchise tag Moton. We're into the negative for cap. That's okay, because we're just going to simulate to the draft and not worry about it. Final season, no matter what. We won the Super Bowl. I'm chilling. I'm good with where we are. I just need to think about what we might need here, because we have nothing at left guard. Our receivers are sick. Weiss was only star development. I really thought it'd be more than that. So definitely made the right decision by keeping Trask as the guy. Shaq Thompson's regressing. Amos is a 77. Bradham didn't go up. Would have been cool if he did. Richards is still only star, but it's going up in overall. What do I really need here? I really need maybe a linebacker, but it's not really even that big of a need. Linebacker, cornerback, left guard. 2026 NFL draft. How did I go this deep in this? I might trade up. I'm going to make it exciting. Amazing center. That's perfect left guard. We'll draft him in the second round. Perfect left guard for us. Very interesting the way his top skills are organized. Nolan Newton, B+ tackle, B+ finesse moves first, and then A- pursuit. Interesting. We don't really need another defensive tackle, but per usual, there are some solid ones available. Ooh, look at the linebackers. Oh, they're all late first-round guys. Okay, so nothing crazy. However, Brandon Rutledge could be good because he'd be a higher overall at outside linebacker. Silas Wheeler looks great, although a bit slow. Isaiah Ramsey looks very solid. And then at cornerback, I mean, Chance Boyce looks really good. Ooh, Roman McCarthy. This is a weak class, I think. There goes Bryce Jones. He's a good player. Look at the quarterbacks, man. Larry Pryor looks really good. Carl Adams out of Texas, early first-round guy. Not that we need him. I think I'm going to go Silas Wheeler, I think makes the most sense to me. That is our replacement. If we need to, we don't necessarily need to. Our replacement for Shaq Thompson, I think it's the right move. 76 overall, only normal development. Good player, 86 speed. Just not worth starting over Shaq Thompson, I don't think. Just because no development trait, even though he would develop, even though Shaq Thompson is regressing. He's still available, dude. Like, really want to take that, but got to go Tom Mitchell here. Got to go with the center. And he's a really good pick. Number 10 in the draft. Took him at 64. Star better development. Can't really run block too well, but other than that, he is very good. And screw it. I'm going to trade up for the QB. I'm doing it just to do it. A third and a fourth this year and a third next year to move up about 30 spots. 31 spots to be precise. To get back-to-back picks and take this sick quarterback. 76 overall, number 4 in the class. Star better development. Carl Adams. He's got a noodle, but he's accurate. I mean, if you think about it, we managed to get... Well, this was a good draft class, too, to be fair. But we got the top 10 players. We got 3 of them. So you'll take that. It's a pretty good draft class. I'm curious to see what the development trait on this quarterback is. Obviously, Kyle Trask has to be the guy. Has to be, but I do want to see Carl Adams' development trait. I usually never look, but I am... You know what? No, I won't. I won't look. I'll stay true to what I, usually do. There's no real reason to check because we'll see it anyway, and he's not playing. Tom Mitchell is moving over to left guard. And on defense, I don't think I got any corners because there just weren't any good ones. Maybe I drafted one. May have drafted one, but they weren't any good. Because we have Cameron Morgan. Is Adams a rookie? Maybe. Oh, I drafted a linebacker. That's right. Yeah, I mean, he'll be on the team. Do I go Amos over Shaq Thompson? He's younger. He will develop. But Shaq Thompson has superstar X factor and is a higher overall at this exact moment. I think I'm going to start him. Just keep it how it is. They finally don't want Rashad Evans to be a rush end. Finally, the team is exactly organized how I would have it. And Devonte Adams can be our slot receiver, fine. Rashawn Verner is a solid 5th option. Maybe he'll get some touches. This is a really, really good team. Definitely one of the more fun ones I've built the entire year. It's not like we have any unbelievable QB. Kyle Trask has played well, but it's not like he's, a 95 overall superstar X factor. He's just been very solid, playing up pretty high, and I am excited for this season. I will see you guys at the midseason mark. I'm not going to be doing any re-signings or anything like that. We're just going to be checking in and then going to the playoffs. We won the Super Bowl. All this is just, the icing on top of the cake. So whatever happens, happens. We are 5-2. Our best record so far. 6th best offense in terms of yards and 10th best defense. We are on a fast track to the playoffs. 90 overall. We'll upgrade the team. We get the Browns here. Browns are quite good. Both 5-2. This could be a big game. I mean, it is going to be a big game, especially en route to the playoffs. Receiving core is so sick. It's just so good. And then defensively, we don't know about the rookies yet. Am I right in saying that? I think I am. Brad, I'm going to move up. He's still our rush guy. Who are the rookies here? Just the quarterback? Oh, the left guard is Sarr. And then defensively, it was normal. and then the CPU drafted someone with higher, and we just don't know about that. We will simulate to the playoffs. Got to be a playoff team. Starting out 5-2. Might be 5-3, but I would still like us to make the playoffs at that. We would 11-5, our best record of the entire rebuild. The Bucs also went 11-5. The Saints went 10-6. Sixth best offense, and look at Kyle Trask putting up MVP type numbers. 12th best defense in terms of yards. 4,300 yards though for Kyle Trask. 40 touchdowns, 8 picks. Rushing McCaffrey was unreal. Only 6 touchdowns because Cole Holiday vultured them. But McCaffrey was crazy good. Receiving, Adams over 1,000. Moore over 1,000. Huffman over 900. Waddle over 700. 777 with 7 touchdowns. He's all about it. Huffman 10 TDs. 8 for DJ Moore. 11 for Devonte Adams. And then defensively, Jeremy Chin putting up Jeremy Chin type numbers. 14 tackles for loss for D'Angelo Bradham led the team. Quarterback sacks, 8.5 for Ben Richards led, 8.5 for Brian Burns, tied. Rashaan Evans, 7.5. Why is he getting 7.5 sacks? 5 picks for Caleb Farley led the way. Dante Jackson with 2. Yearly awards, Trask finishes at 2 behind Jim Howard. Just missed out. NFC Offensive Player of the Year is Kyle Trask. Let's go. Love to see that. No McCaffrey, though, is surprising. Rashad Toller wins Defensive Player of the Year with the Packers. I mean, we're at that point where the drafted players are taking over for the most part. Larry Pryor, Offensive Rookie of the Year. Gotta love Larry. And then Chance Boyce, I think the corner at Defensive Rookie of the Year for the Minnesota Vikings. But it would really stink to have a Super Bowl kind of hangover here, Super Bowl slump, and lose to the Cowboys in the wild card. And it doesn't happen. 34-31. And now it's the Bucs in the divisional. Not jumping in here because, I mean, we've already made the Super Bowl. No point. It's a divisional. But we win anyway. 31-27. Upgrade Trayvon Moehrig, who's up to an 87 overall now. I just want to see what the Giants overall is at Giant Stadium. Hell yeah. Not MetLife. Giant Stadium. The Jets play in Giant Stadium. They both suck. And we'll simulate to the Super Bowl. I'm a Giants fan, but beat the Giants. And we don't. It's Browns-Giants again. Gotta love that Super Bowl rivalry. But that is going to do it for this rebuild. Dude, super fun rebuild. It was a long one for you guys. Hopefully you guys stuck out with it to the end and you saw a really good team and a Super Bowl win at some point. Kyle Trask gets upgraded to superstar development. He looks really, really good now, except his short accuracy is garbage. But hey, man, really fun. Probably the best offense I've ever built. Between quarterback, running back, and 3 receivers. And then defensively, really solid group as well. Richards ended up getting up to superstar development. And then very quietly, I'm not sure if you noticed, Caleb Farley is a 95 overall. 99 man. Brian Burns, 97 overall. He was great for us. 99 finesse moves. Probably should have gotten more sacks with that, but it's Madden Sim. You're just kind of seeing what happens. But really good team overall. Really fun. I enjoyed this quite a bit. I usually don't look forward to rebuilding the Panthers for whatever reason. There's not a team that does it for me, but with the amount of young talent they have on defense, that's what I'm all about. I love defense a lot more than offense. Brian Burns, Jeremy Chin's playing great. And of course, with some of the guys that we drafted, made it a whole lot more fun. So thank you guys so much for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Take it easy.
Insane, I hit it at the park, Ben Bones. See me high step to the end zone. My life like a game, Nintendo. Playing with the best, let them know. Get off the track, the train's coming through. Yeah, promise you get in my way, then you best believe I'ma just run over you. Yeah, yeah. Papa turn, taking it back to the house. Defensive joke, I'm laughing so loud. Speed burst good.